Hi, I'm Mike Payne.
Hi, I'm Maya Mohin.
And this is Showbuzz.
Each week on Showbuzz, we recap one of our favorite TV shows that we've been watching.
And this week we watched The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 5, Now.
Previously on Showbuzz.
Maggie's been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah.
Even at the end of last season, there wasn't a lot of action happening there.
Yeah,
I wonder what that was all about.
Because she's pregnant. So I like this episode. I was glad to see Rick get back to Alexandria, although I still don't know how he got out of that RV. I'm sure they'll show that in a flashback episode at some point.
And I feel like each episode is very important in its own right. And there was a lot of good stuff that happened on this one.
Yeah.
This was a big episode for Deanna. Finally starting to see her kind of come back to life.
She's finally facing like the zombie horde for the first time. And I don't think she really knows how to handle that.
I did love the scene where she just kind of like brain dumps this whole like vision for Alexandria, like this long-term community sustainability plan. Like my public health heart loved seeing that. That was awesome.
So she just got attacked by all these zombies and now she's like doing some Sims episode or something like that. They had that place for the pantry. They had the place for the guns and the weapons. So to see that they didn't really have an extended plan for security and
education. Training. What else did she name in it? Expansion. That was a big thing for her. I don't know if they really had a plan. I think they were just surviving. What did that quote say? There was a quote that she wrote down.
It was in Latin, so I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce what it said and make a fool of myself. The quote was from Ovid, and the quote says, "Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you." That was kind of a perfect quote.
Timely.
Yeah, for the situation that they're all in.
She watched Spencer standing up for the community in the pantry, and then she sees Spencer in the kitchen drinking and with like the stolen basket of stuff from the pantry. So she's probably really disappointed in him for that.
As far as Spencer's concerned, I thought that was interesting because he gave like this great speech about how we need to like stay together and we can't be raiding this pantry because that's the first sign of us falling apart. And then he steals liquor for himself.
You can see Spencer going through a lot of his own emotional kind of turmoil, right? Like blaming Deanna for his dad's death, blaming Deanna for the attack on Alexandria.
He gained all these points and then he lost them all like right after that.
Yeah. This is a sheltered community that's starting to face their mortality. And what does that make people do in that moment?
I think a key scene in this episode was when Deanna stabbed that zombie because she kept stabbing him in the chest, but she had no idea that she had to stab him in the head to kill him. That told you everything that you need to know about Deanna and her lack of leadership, or her lack of being able to be a leader for that group.
It looked like it was just really cathartic for her to just kind of get out all of her frustration and her anger and all of those emotions she'd been carrying out on that zombie. But I agree, she did not know how to kill the thing in the head.
Yeah.
That should be like PSA number 1. They need like a public health agency and somebody to help them with emergency preparedness. Like this is ridiculous, Alexandria. What the hell? You called it a few episodes ago where you said that Deanna would realize she can't lead and she would hand over the reins to Rick.
Let's briefly talk about Carl and Ron. That was the funniest fight scene I've ever seen in the history of television. It shows the animosity between the two and how it's growing.
And how juvenile they are.
Yeah, I never thought that it would be because of Enid, but hey.
It was about some stupid girl who eats turtles
Yeah.
and who bounced on her own. She just left.
If Enid went over the wall by herself, why are they chasing her? Why are they chasing her? That makes no sense.
Love.
Rick said that the zombies were 20 deep, and so she slid out? Like, what is she thinking?
I had a weird feeling when Ron went to Rick to learn how to shoot a gun. There was a part of me that was thinking that maybe Ron's up to no good with that business.
When Ron asked if he could take some shooting lessons, and then Rick took the bullets out of the gun, I thought that was really telling because Rick doesn't really trust Ron, I think.
That's smart.
Yeah.
My love for Aaron has grown 1,000-fold.
Aaron's a good guy.
Yeah, like as soon as Rick came in, he just said, confessed. I don't like saying that because I don't think he did anything wrong. It wasn't intentional. It was a mistake. He lost his backpack, and they found the pictures, and then the wolves knew how to attack them.
And he also backed Rick, which I think is really important. I thought it was interesting that Rick was like, we'll talk about this later, and they immediately flashed to Morgan. So Morgan's got some splaining to do.
And then to see Aaron follow Maggie and call her out on what she was going to do, and then go and help her. He's like, what are you going to do when you like jump down off the wall and break your ankle? Then what are you going to do?
In her pursuit of Glenn, we come to find out that Maggie is pregnant!
Yeah! Babies!
I'm pregnant.
Fuck off.
What?
What?
They had been hinting
I
towards
did
it
too.
forever,
I
and
didn't even
it was really cool that she finally admitted to it. Although she admitted to it to Aaron, she didn't tell Carol or she didn't tell Rick or any of the original 5, but it was really cool that she finally got that information out there.
It's either going to be like super awesome if Glenn comes back or super sad. We'll see. Let's talk about those the sewer zombies. How scary. Those are hands down the scariest zombies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there was 2 of the best zombies they've had that I've ever seen.
I mean, was Maggie like pulling the muscle off of one of them? Like, it was like literally falling apart in her hands and still going after her.
How do these zombies still have the strength to attack Maggie? Shit, they just like psh, and
Yeah,
not
and
even
then they
have
fall apart.
Yeah, whew, and they fall over. We are talking about a show about zombies. We realized that, but come on.
There was some love on this show.
There's a couple of love scenes in this show. Tara and Denise hooked up. What's up with that?
Yeah, did you see that coming?
I didn't. Well,
I didn't see that coming either.
I didn't see it coming, but knowing Tara's backstory, I'm not surprised.
I'm surprised that Denise was like bold enough to go up to Tara.
Tara was being really slick when she was flirting because she was like, you can save this guy, and by the way, let's hook up.
And that was cool for Denise that she didn't kill that dude.
I have a theory about Denise pulling that pus out of Scott's leg. I think that she might have stumbled on a cure for the zombie apocalypse.
I think you're giving her too much credit there.
The fact that Scott got a lot better instantly once she pulled that pus out of his leg, that could that be a cure? I don't know. Rick and Jesse finally hook up in this episode for the second time. Now they had hooked up before, but this time it seems like it had
It's
a
like
lot
real.
more
Yeah.
meaning to it.
Jesse, I think, has come around to understanding what life in Alexandria will be like now. When she saw like the zombie at her door, and she just was like, "Bam, expert, you're dead to me, you crazy wolf/zombie."
I'll tell you this: I like Jesse a lot more than I like Lori. I think you all agree with that.
That's true.
Deanna, why was she shaking that wall with all those zombies? Is she trying to kill herself? Like, what is she thinking?
No,
like,
I think she was really just like on this like adrenaline rush, and she's like, "Yeah!"
Stomp your feet, curse at the moon, do anything, but don't rattle the cage of the zombies.
Literally.
Then she's walking past the wall, and you can see there's like some blood oozing through a hole. So what is
What's that all about? Really, like these zombies are 20 deep. How in the world is that fence gonna hold the weight of all of that? Is that just like the juices of the zombies because they're just being like compacted into the fence? Gross.
A perimeter breach.
Gross.
So yeah, that's definitely going to be something we need to look out for in the future.
Yeah. So that's our show for this week. What did you guys think? Leave us a comment below.
Subscribe to our channel and thumbs up if you like this video.
See you
See you next week.